it was good to have a scrimmage last Saturday against Virginia Tech, and then to have this exhibition game and then get ready. Next Friday will be our game against Ohio State here, so we're looking forward to that also.
Crystal said maybe the execution not as sharp as you would have liked in the Tech scrimmage.
No, but that's why you play those, so you can look and see. Virginia Tech didn't have much size, but they played hard and got after it a little bit. We didn't run the floor very well. The execution at times was not good, but I saw some spans where we did a very good job. I thought the last 8 minutes of the second half we played extremely well, or the first half. So I have some good spots. There's just some things early in the season here we need to get better at.
How did Asia look?
I'll tell you what, I was really surprised. Especially the first half, she was moving well and didn't attack, didn't show any signs of her knee bothering her. It's not like she was tentative on that knee. She was not at all. Matter of fact, the first time she fell, I just took her out of the game because I was more tentative than she was. So I just took her out of the game and said, just sit there a couple minutes, I'll put her back in. Now the second half, I felt she got a little tired. But that's to be expected. So this will be a good game for her too, to get a little bit more used to live contact and live up and down the floor.
What are you looking at as far as the starting lineup?
I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna play 10, maybe 11 people. So I don't get caught up in that. I hope our players don't, because it's the same old thing coaches always say: it's who finishes the game, it's not who starts the game. There's a lot of times, depending on matchups and who we're playing, and if they're big or small or whatever, we'll make adjustments to the starting lineup. But I'm not really concerned about that, and hopefully our players aren't. Everybody wants to start. I understand, especially when you have 5 seniors. You know what? But we got to start the people on matchups and look at different combinations. And I did against Tech, and I will tomorrow. Just look at different combinations, and that way, depending on who we're playing, we can feel comfortable who we start about the game with.
How's the defense coming as far as trying to still be aggressive and not fouling?
Well, that's the key question. We're telling them to keep their hands off. So all of a sudden now we're not playing aggressive. So we got to find a happy medium where we can still get up the lanes, play aggressive, but don't put our hands on it. And that's something we got to do a better job of. But again, there were times we played extremely well. We got to get to the ball a lot quicker. Those type of things. Dribble penetration, we're putting our hands on the ball handler, which means they're going to go to the foul line this year. I talked to the Big 12 yesterday. The problem with all these new rules is, in my opinion, the game's going to take about an hour longer, and the game's going to be won and lost at the foul line. Plus, you're going to see a lot more zones than man-to-man. So I don't know how that makes the game more exciting. I really don't. So until the players adjust, to the officiating, it's going to be interesting here early. You're going to see a lot of key players in foul trouble, especially out on the perimeter, and I don't know if that's good for the game or not.
You worry about that with Jess, who's always hustling, diving the ball? Do you worry about it?
No, yeah. I worry about it. All our players, but they're going to have to learn. They're going to have to adjust to the officials. The officials are not going to adjust to the players, so it's going to be interesting. But it goes both ways. The other team has to do the same thing, and that's why we practice foul shots every day this year, because hopefully we're going to be on the foul line a lot, and the games are going to be won and lost at the foul line this year.
Is that something they're going to look at during the year? Will they be able to talk to the coach and say how it's going and see how it works?
Well, I guess, yeah, I'm sure they will have coaches' input, and but there's going to be an adjustment period. I think anything when they put these new rules in, that type of stuff, they want to allow at least a couple years or whatever, and see how players have adjusted. Who I feel bad for is, like, for example, our seniors. They're used to playing a certain way for 3 years, and all of a sudden they can't play that way. But, they're just going to have to adjust, and we're going to have to adjust, and we need to become good foul shooters. All I can tell you.
Was it noticeable in the scrimmage?
Oh, absolutely. It's hard to get a flow. It's hard to get some rhythm because it's always being stopped. It was stopped all the time, and, it's just hard to get on a run there.
How's your shooting been?
Not where we want it. We got to continue. We had a lot of good shots. We scored, you know, a lot of points in the first half, not a lot of points in the second half of the scrimmage. So it's just because we had good shots, we just weren't hitting the shots. But you know, one thing I want this team to do when we're not hitting our shots, let's get on the offensive boards. Let's attack the boards. And with the way the rules are right now, attack it off the dribble. I mean, the chances of getting a foul called are pretty good right now off the dribble.
They said the biggest tweak has been Asia. That's made a big difference in the offense, particularly on the wings.
Well, absolutely. She'll demand, you know, a double team. If they don't double team, she better never kick the ball out. Just go to work in the paint. And then if she gets a double team, she's very unselfish. She will kick it out. And the girl that she's kicking out is open, or one more pass, they're going to be wide open. So it's just a matter of hitting her shots. If we can hit those shots when she kicks it out, we're going to score some points.
How's she been defensively?
Great. I've always said Asia Bussey's the best defensive post player in the country since she's been here, and she still is. You know, she moves her feet extremely well. She talks well. She blocks out well, and she can defend posts off the dribble, and she can defend posts in the post. So, you know, we're not going to have a problem there defending a opponent's post. We're really not. Now, when we come off the bench, maybe we may have a little problem defending the opponent's post, but not with Asia. Asia does an excellent job.
Lene, is she ready to play?
Yeah, you know, she just, you know, and I have to keep telling myself, too, she hadn't played for a year and a half. She hadn't been on the floor. She got hurt, you know, her senior year in high school and really didn't play. And then last year we redshirted her because of her knee. And so really this is the first year she's played for a year and a half, 2 years. And she's a redshirt freshman. And, you know, I always say the best thing about freshmen, they become sophomores. And she's learning, she's getting, you know, she's understanding what we want. She's come a long way since the first day, but we need her to continue to improve.
Really not much value in the game tomorrow with the bigs because I'm sure it's a small team. It's not going to be the
Yeah,
value.
I looked a little bit at Concord. They play a 5-out.
Yeah.
Their center is about 5'11", 6 foot, and then really a guard, shoots threes and takes it off the dribble. So you're not really going to get a true test for you know, a Lene, but that's good. You know, we're going to play some teams this year that do play 5-out, so it'll be good for her to go out there and let them drive on her. That way, when I show it on film and I work on it in practice, she'll understand why it's important that you get down and play.
Where's Tina right now as a freshman at the eve of her first season?
Who's that?
Tina.
Tiana? I was thinking, Tina, do I have a player I don't know about? No. Tiana. She, you know, again, she wants to learn. I'll tell you what, she can shoot the ball, she can score. You know, freshmen usually have a problem in my system is defense. And that's probably her biggest weakness right now, learning our defense. But that's always the freshman's biggest weakness. You know, all these players we recruit can score, you know, or score a lot of points in high school or AAU. You know, their biggest thing is the speed you have to play and the intensity you have to play, and then the defense that you have to play. So that's just an adjustment period, and I think she's going to be a good player for us. I really do.